Okay. So this other deck, Nuri has seen this one, is called the M13 Tarot, which sounds kind of like a gang, but they're Russian, so I don't think they would get that reference. But this shop in Russia reached out to me and was like, hey, we like your page, your shop. We're trying to connect with witches across the pond and be more international. Would you want to collaborate and do like a reel with us or something like that? So me and the owner of that shop, Christina, shout out to Christina, we are working on some type of like a collaboration reel or two, to kind of connect our audiences and connect the shop and basically show the world like witching is international, like all witches all over the world, like we have something in common. And so even if we don't speak the same language, we don't have the same culture, like if you're a witch and I'm a witch, like we have something in common. We are connected. So we're making up some reels to like express that. And she sent me her deck that her shop just created. And it's really cool. The guidebook is only in Russian, because they are just getting started. So they haven't yet gotten to the point where they can like get it translated. She did say if somebody like absolutely positively needs it, then they can try to get an English translation. But if you read RWS Tarot, you don't need the guidebook. It's, it's for the art, really, this deck. So let me show you guys, because I was like, not me getting gifted this deck that is perfect for this journey that I'm on. I think I'm going to start using these cards for the full and new moon readings that I'm doing on OF, because they're so appropriate, as you can already see. Yes, Better Witches in the house. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to show you all of them. I feel like it's been years since I've done a flip through video, so I might want to do a flip through video. Okay. Try to get a better angle so there's not so much glare. First of all, red gilded edges. Oh, sexy. Que caliente. Look at that reflection. Look at that. How often do you see red gilded cards? Almost never. They're almost always silver and gold gilding. How amazing. How nice is that? Okay. Love it. Okay. The back is pretty plain. But I like the kind of swirly thing going on here. They're not glossy, but they're not exactly matte either. But I'm glad that they're not super glossy. I hate super glossy cards. They just slip and slide all over the place. But they're not super matte. There's a little bit of a sheen on them. Okay. Some people will not like that you can tell whether or not they're right side up because of the words. So basically, if you can see the M13, then you already know that the card is upright. But I don't use tarot as a carnival guessing game, so I don't care. I don't know. I actually don't know why that bothers some people, but it does. So just so you know. So let's take a look at a few of these cards. 10 of coins. Okay. Very Russian. The cards are all just red, black, and white. That is it. Ten of Cups. A little bit of submission action. The Four of Swords. The name of the angel deck is Goetia as well. It's Goetia as well. It's just like Goetia Light deck and Goetia Dark deck or something like that. I think they're both Goetia. me and Nuri were talking about the swords were like the only few cards that were very like mild. We can't read the guidebook because it's in Russian, so we don't know why, but that was kind of interesting. But check this out, guys. This might be one of my favorites. No, this is definitely one of my favorites. It might be my favorite. Check about the Three of Coins. Yeah, they're definitely not going to let me monetize this video. I'm going to have to, y'all send me super chats because I'm not going to be able to make any ad money off this video at all. So send me super chats and super thanks on this one, okay? Because I can guarantee you I'm not going to make a dime off of this video. Hey, Diana, welcome. Yeah, it's all red, white, and black. All red, white, and black. Diana, if you want to see your comments on the screen, you want to get in the room, the link is inside of the Coven community, okay? I think you're a Coven community member now. So you can go to the events tab and join the StreamYard. You can definitely still watch on YouTube, but I'm paying less attention to those comments. Look at that, 8 of Cups. I don't know what's going on there. Some stuff went down. But she's by herself, too, so it might be... 5 of Cups. I really like this for some reason. It's definitely not, super sexy, but there's something about it that's very haunting, I think is the word I would use. We all see that. YouTube sees that too. That's why I'm not going to make no money on this video. Ma'am, why do you keep coming around when we are being inappropriate? Cover your eyes. Ace of Wands, a little bullet action. Not every day that you see a tarot card with a vibrator. Okay. Also, Christina didn't give me any heads up whatsoever that this was the vibe of the deck. We were busy talking about like, oh, our shops are going to collaborate and like we're going to, do a reel. And she's like, yeah, we created our own deck. We're going to share it with you. And then you can put the deck in the reel and blah, blah, blah. She did not mention the theme of the deck at all. So I don't know if like in Russia, this is just everyday stuff. It like didn't even occur to her to mention because she definitely said not a word. And then I opened it and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I said, okay. There's that toy box. Surprise spicy deck. Yep. I was like, oh, okay. Ba boom. Yeah. Okay, now this one. Oh, all right. I know I said that the 3 of Cups might be my favorite. This is definitely top three, because I feel like if I were going to redo my logo, my BronxWitch logo with my hat, with the era that I'm in right now, it would be something like this. Okay. I also like that the moon is masculine in this because I feel like in a lot of spiritual stuff, yeah, ma'am, and tarot stuff, the moon is feminine. Yes. I don't have time for that. This one's very on theme for me right now. So yeah, I'm definitely going to use this deck for my OF readings. This one was interesting because it's the only one that has like a celebrity in it, but I think that's supposed to be Hannibal Lecter, right? Anthony Hopkins. Unless it's a coincidence, maybe that's just what most older dudes in Russia looks like. But I think that's supposed to be, it looks like Hannibal Lecter. Ten of Wands. I think these are paintbrushes that she's holding. Okay. This one's just kind of cute. It's just wands, like magic wands. a little more obvi. Six of Wands on her horse. Maybe this one is a celebrity too, because isn't this is some character from a movie too, I think. Is it Star Wars maybe? This might be that chick from Star Wars. The Hierophant, good old Baphomet. Okay. So yeah, I was not expecting. I was like, okay. You guys know I'm the World card in the Key Tarot, so I always have a soft spot for the World card. Here's the World, just being all worldly and whatnot. This is a very interesting conceptualization of the Tower. I don't know that I can't really think of a deck off the top of my head where the Tower is depicted as people, as opposed to like a building maybe involving people, but for the Tower to just be these two figures, these two what seem to be like submissive figures, kind of reading into their collars and the way they're responding to each other and the hands around them. I was like, that's interesting. I want to give some more thought to that. Again, without the guidebook, it's like it's definitely an intuitive journey. This is one of the few cards that doesn't use just red, white, and black. Very interesting choice. But she's in like gold latex. This is the Devil. Interesting, right? Random choice of a different color. So these are really cool. I'm definitely going to be using them on my OF because I was like doing readings over there and just using regular cards. And I was like, my current cards don't really capture the spice of the spicy content. And then lo and behold, I get this deck in the mail. Perfect timing. That's interesting. Knight of Wands that he's stabbed in the back. That's kind of wild. So instead of doing the stabbing, he's stabbed in the back. This just made me think of, remember that movie with J-Lo, The Cell? She was like going in people's minds and it was like crazy shit going on in there. For some reason, that just made me think of that. Let's see. Let me find a couple more fun ones. So I'm not going to go through the whole deck because I might make a longer video. That's creepy. The Nine of Wands. But I'll see if there are a few more. We have to have a stripper somewhere in here. It's the Page of Wands. So I'll show you guys a few more. Oh, this is something that Nuri and I were talking about. All of the kings. Most of the figures in this deck are female figures. The kings, though, oh my God. Daddy energy. Oh, yes. King of Swords. Okay. Tell me what to do any day. Okay? No problem. Yeah, it's gorgeous. With the harness. There's a toy box with the harness. Yes, they're very cool. They're very cool. Diana made it into the room. Yay! What's up? What's up? Yes, they are hidden. They are. Okay, yeah, let me see. I'll find a couple more kings. Oh, I guess there are movie references because isn't this like The Mandalorian? It's The Mandalorian, isn't it? That's so weird. Not being able to read the book is so interesting because it's like, why did they decide to randomly put some movie characters in this? Maybe that's what the M in M13 is. Maybe it's 13 different movies. I love that this woman told me absolutely nothing about this deck, and it's not like an obvious deck. She gave me no heads up whatsoever. This is cute. Eight of Swords. She cute. All tied up and whatnot. Okay, let's see. I want to. Now this is like the Three of Cups, but in the opposite. We had a threesome with a male figure and two females, and now we have a female figure with two males. And what's interesting is this is the Two of Wands, though. But you get it. You get it. There's three people here, but there's only two wands. I get it. I see what they're doing there. I see what they're doing there. That's interesting. The Three of Wands is like pleasuring herself on light poles. She's like giant. The Russian sensibility is different. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. I'm going to find a few more. I mean, they're all so gorgeous, but I don't want to spoil them. Oh, this is cool. Shout out to some inclusivity. Look at this. She's got like arm braces. The Five of Coins. I like that. She's still a hot tamale, you know what I'm saying? But she's got her arm braces. That's just gorgeous. Let's see if I can find a few more kings. Because those were, gangsta. Love that. Yes. I would wear that. Okay, here's another king. Okay. The kings in this deck are giving. I mean, the female characters are all beautiful. They're all absolutely gorgeous. But these kings are intense. Is that like an Alice of Wonderland reference? Okay, maybe that's what the M in 13 is. Oh, look at this. Cups of like rubies or something. That's cool. I have another meeting with Christina at the end of March to actually talk about our content that we're going to make around the cards. So I will finally be able to be like, girl, you want to break down the theme of this? Oh, this is cool. He's like a barista. And I was like, wow, that's pretty basic. But then I noticed his tail. So he's like a demon barista. They're all so cool. Another one that randomly has that brown gold color. The sun. That's my card. That's our Leo card, Tagara. We would be different, right? Here's our other Leo card, Strength. Speaking of feet, I was talking about feet stuff early on. I would love to have somebody paint my toenails, like someone that I was intimate with, like give me a manicure or wash my hair, like any of those like self-care things. It would be really nice to have someone do that for you. I've never had that experience. These are so gorgeous. Okay, let me see if there's any more. This one's creepy as fuck. Just give it the crazy eyes. That's creepy. That's the Hermit. That one will give you nightmares. The High Priestess doesn't have a Torah in her hand. She has a giant black cock. Okay. Love it. Love that for you, High Priestess. The Emperor. Whoever made this deck really like really has a good eye for like the male physique, demonstrating the male physique. It's pretty intense. Okay. Another king to end it out. The King of Wands. Who's, just having a little bondage situation going on. No big deal. So that was the actress from Star Wars, right? I thought so. So the maybe M13 is like movie. Maybe there's like 13 movies represented in this or something. And because I don't watch movies, I don't get a lot of the references except for the really obvious ones. Maybe that's what it is. But I'm definitely going to have to ask her, like, girl, can you break down what is it? Because they made this deck. So she should know, like, what the themes are and what everything means. I'm gonna be like, girl, yes? Gosh, it is not all about you, ma'am. Putin could only wish. Putin could never. Putin could never. Do you guys see her tiny little ball sticking up in the camera? Hi. Hi, you guys. Yes. Oh, yes. So yeah, super dope deck, right? Can't read the guidebook because it's in Russian, so can't tell you much more about it other than what we just saw. So we are, we're learning about it together. I might do a flip through video if I can find the time. I've been really proud of myself making that last video. I have another one working for you guys because I have cast a spell from start to finish and managed to record all of it. So I'm going to actually show you guys the beginning of me creating a spell, casting it, and then the results coming to be. So stay tuned for that. I'm working on that one right now. And maybe one of my next videos will be a flip through of this deck. I got to find out from Christina if it's like okay to show like publicly. Well, I probably maybe should have asked her that before I showed you guys. This didn't happen if it's not. I'll do like once it's okay to show it, like it's available to the public, I'll do like a full flip through for reals. Hi. Hi. You gonna say hi to the people? Hi. Yes. Oh, to be a kitty. What a nice life. What a nice life. You just do a lot of nothing. Yeah. It's a lot of this. Oh, what a sweet kitty. Witches and their cats. It's ridiculous. I know, right? Yeah. Like, so none of this just happened. I have to find out if I was supposed to show you guys. Wasn't it perfect? Wasn't it perfect? When you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, Spirit will send the things that you need. This always happens to me. If there's some type of new form of communication, if there's a new guide, if there whatever it is that I'm going through, if somehow tarot is related, a new deck will come to me. As you guys know, I am not a deck collector. I do not buy tarot decks. I can't. I think the last time I bought a tarot deck was um, the Rachel True deck, the True Heart Intuitive deck. I think that was the last time I bought a deck. I will get a donation of a deck. I will have one of the book companies send me a freebie to review, try. Somehow, if I'm doing something where a new tarot deck, some type of communication with spirit needs to open up, it will just happen. it will just happen, and the timing is always just right. So here I am thinking to myself, man, I wish I had a deck that was a little bit more sexy, that was a little bit more, on the dark side, on the demonic side for my OF readings. And not only does a demon and angel deck come to me, but then I get this deck, which the demon deck is cool. But like I said, if I'm doing readings like on live, because it's all black and gray, it's not very visually appealing, and it's more of an esoteric deck. It's more for somebody who wants to, like Nuri said, get into the correspondences and go read up in the Goetia and do some studying on an individual demon, and read some Kabbalistic text or some Hebrew folklore or whatever. um, so it's definitely more of a cerebral deck, and it's cool that they include associations with the RWS tarot, so you can use it like a tarot deck, but it's really not for that. I think it's for something much more deep. Whereas this is very much a standard RWS deck. It just happens to have some really shadowy, demonic, sexy imagery that helps to bring that energy into a regular reading. So I'm excited to use those specifically for my OF readings, which, if you guys are curious, I'm doing new moon and full moon readings for the zodiacs the way I used to do here, but I'm doing them over there. And I usually wear something fun and spicy. And if the tips are right, then I'm wearing nothing fun or spicy, but that is fun and spicy in and of itself. So that's what's going on over there. It's free to subscribe to me, by the way, and free to watch the lives. So that might not always be the case, but me and my 16 followers right now, that's how I'm rocking. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. We'll just keep it between you, me, the other 15 witches in here, and potentially hundreds of people on YouTube that tune in to the replay. Just us. Just us. Oh my goodness. It's about to be my bedtime, y'all. 1 o'clock is my bedtime. Does everyone want to say goodnight to Kitty one last time? Good night, Kitty. You can say hi to the people? You can say goodnight? Good night. Good night, everybody. Okay. Me and my little baby. We are going to. I might have a little snack. I'm gonna be honest, a late night snack. I always get hungry after these. And then I am going to maybe have a little bit more CBD because that helps me to dream. And I think I pulled these cards for myself, but I haven't had time to journal about them and really dive into them. So I think I might sit here and journal about this. And I might also put my fire and ice bath recipe and the details of the ritual into my book of shadows before too many days pass and I forget what I put in the damn bath. So I might do that. Some magical journaling and then head to bed. If you are around, come see me at the shop. I'll be there 11 to 7 tomorrow. Ma'am. Yes. Okay, the next high tea will be around the full moon in March. So if you want to get into the StreamYard room, you want to see your comments up on the screen, be a part of the crew, all you have to do is join the coven. The link is down in the description. And if you use that code AllieLive, then you get your whole first month free. Otherwise, it's just $9.99 a month. And that gets you access to our book club, the Witches of Color support group, my monthly high teas. We have exclusive lives from the other shop witches. Alexis has been doing a series on the universal law and the Kabbalion, which is really cool because we actually focus on that in one of the modules in the BetterWitch intensive. So it's really cool to hear her take on it and have further discussion about the universal laws, because for some practitioners like myself, that forms the basis of the science behind spellcraft. And so I do believe understanding the universal laws helps you to be a better spellcaster, spellcrafter. And we have behind the scenes events of our, like behind the scenes live streams of events that are ticketed in the shop. We have everybody who is in the coven gets to tune in to guest instructor classes live for free. Get excited because the owner of the former Catland Books and the curator of the online community Moon Cult, Melissa Madara, is going to be dropping in as a guest instructor into the portal and teaching a class on Hecate. Yes, Goddess of the Crossroads, on March 22nd at 8 p.m. And if you are a Coven community member, you're going to be able to watch that live class for free. Everybody else will register and pay for the class. So lots of benefits to being in the Coven community. Definitely super, super worth it. And if you use my code ALILIVE, then you get the first month for free. So you can check it out, see how you feel. And I will see you guys in the next live. Okay? Good night. Good night, June. Good night, Nisi. Good night, Diana. Happy full moon, everybody. Good night. Oh, that was Steep Elevation, I believe is the name of it. She was a vendor at one of our tea and tarots at Steep Elevation. Okay. Good night. Night, 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 everybody. I think Kitty just farted. Good night, you guys. Thanks for being here. Blessed be.